Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sam, Sam. So we pay homage to the Blessed One, Supremely Enlightened Buddha. Sam, Sam, Sam. We pay homage to our teacher, Lukuswami Nohanse. So today, during our kids class, I was teaching this important thing. I thought sharing it with you as well, right? So the topic was what happens after death.
Oh, okay.
You think it's important?
Yes, something.
So people say different things about it. People have different views about it, but it's important to know the Buddha's understanding about it, Buddha's explanation about it, because we already know that Buddha had this extraordinary knowledge to see rebirth of beings, how beings are reborn according to their actions, right? The different places. And so Buddha was able to give so many details about somebody's next destination, right? So with that knowledge, this is what I was teaching to them. So again, the topic was what happens after death. So I used some graphics like charts. So I'm going to use the same for you, assuming you are also kids. So what happens when humans die? What do you know about it? We only see the still body. The body is hard, cold. It's not functioning. That's all we see when humans die. But Buddha saw afterlife. So then, since we have different colors, it's a good time to use different colors. So humans in the center, and then I wrote few here, many here. Okay. So this side is green. Okay. Other side should be red. Dangerous. Many. So we learned this before we go to the main sutta, okay? Like this. So we are going to learn what happens when humans die. This is from Manusya Chuti Sutta from the Anguttara Nikaya.
Harry said they cannot see.
Oh yeah, they can hear. Should we treat the people, especially who come for in-person classes? Because they have to prepare for that, they have to drive, right? So
Sadhu.
Harry agrees already. So Buddha taught when humans die, very few of them, very few humans are reborn as humans. Some people think we are constantly come to the human world, constantly reborn as humans, constantly we are humans. Some people think we are always humans, some people think. But now we understand next life, many people lose this opportunity to come back to the human world because Buddha already said when humans die, very few of them are reborn as humans in their next life. Any you had a question? Oh, Vishnu.
How do you spell the name of the sutta?
Manusya Chuti. Manusya Chuti. Manusya means humans, Chuti means passing away. When humans pass away. So, very few humans are reborn as humans. Also, Buddha teaches very few humans go to heaven. Some people think millions go to heaven, right? Or many will go to heaven. But Buddha teaches no, very few, very few. So, very few humans become gods and goddesses. Gods and goddess. Is that right? Goddess? E?
It's who else?
Goddess, right?
Goddess.
That's called.
Gods and goddess.
God.
How many? Like 1 out of 10 million? No. Even rare. So what happens to the rest of the humans then? Let's say from this entire human population, only, let's say, 10 go to human, 10 again comes back to human world as they are reborn as humans. 10 goes to heaven from this entire human population. What happens to the rest? The Buddha's understanding is many humans after death are reborn as hell beings. Many humans are reborn as animals, hell beings or as animals, as bulls, chicken, goat, lions, tigers, cobras, insects, mosquitoes, worms. That's the next life. And or many humans are born as ghosts, hungry ghosts. So this is the first lesson we learned in the kids class. Okay. We have few more to learn, and then in the end of that, we will discuss why.
Okay. About Asura, is a part of the right?
It's not in the sutta, but yeah, only these 5 destinations. So 5 destinations, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We always say Apaya is 4 level.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's
but not in this sutta. Okay.
not in.
So then the second sutta is Deva Chuti. What happens when gods and goddess pass away? Some people think they never pass away. When I was teaching this, the kids they were shocked. What? The gods die? They didn't know that. I said, yes, everybody dies. So there's a difference between Buddha's teachings and the other teachings, some of the other teachings. So Buddha, when we are learning here Buddha's teachings, right? What Buddha said was everybody dies. So when gods and goddess pass away, you say goddess or goddesses? Goddess.
God.
God,
Goddesses is the plural of
Yeah,
goddess.
right?
Yeah, many.
Yeah, goddesses, yeah. Gods and goddesses. Where's the other pen? Okay. So Buddha taught when heavenly beings pass away, very few are reborn as humans. So maybe some of you here came from heaven. Okay. So before this life, you were a god or a goddess. Okay. And very few of those heavenly beings are reborn again in the same heaven or in a different heaven. So they become gods or goddesses again, but very few. Similar to human rebirth, right? When humans die, same thing happens. When they die, the heavenly beings die, it's the same thing. Very few comes back to the human world, very few comes to the heavenly world. And then many gods, many heavenly beings, when they die, they are reborn in hell. Many gods, when they die, they become animals. So the animals we see, our pets, and the animals in some countries, stray gods, dogs, maybe they were gods and goddess in their previous life. And now they are very hungry, running here and there, looking for some food. They feel very cold during winter. They feel very hot during summer, suffering a lot. They cannot explain their pain. But maybe in their previous life, they had everything. They were divine beings, right? And many heavenly beings are reborn as ghosts, hungry ghosts. Isn't that very dangerous, this journey? So this is Devachuti. Devachuti Sutta. Buddha's knowledge is very helpful to the world to understand everything. Otherwise, we won't have answers, right? To our questions. Next one is Nirayachuti. Nirayachuti means what happens to those hell beings when they die. This is also important because some people think hell is permanent, right? But Buddha realized hell is also, that life is also not permanent. A being is reborn there according to the karma, and as long as that the results of karma exists, the being will spend time there, repay for the actions, suffer there, and then there will be a time when the results are over. And then according to the previous karma that has been accumulated in this endless journey, that being will be reborn somewhere else. It's not somebody sending this being to some other place. It's just the karma, the natural law in the world gives another life. So what happens when hell beings pass away? Many hell beings are reborn again in the same hell or in a different hell. There are so many different hells with different punishments. And some of the hell beings are lucky to be born as animals, you can say, because hell is extremely painful. And animal world is better than hell if you compare. So at least they are reborn as animals. And ghost world, according to Buddha's understanding and comparison, is better than these both worlds. So some of the hell beings repay their actions, the remaining part of their evil deeds, as ghosts. Very few of the hell beings reborn as humans. Some good karma from their past lives brought back to the human world. Some very few hell beings are even born as heavenly beings. How about that? Previous life they were in hell, this life they are in heaven. But very few. So this is Niraya Chuti Sutta, okay?
That's some new chronic garment, right? It's not.
In both, it's in both. Yeah. Next sutta, Tirachana Chuti. That means what happens when animals pass away? What do normally people think? Huh? Did you think about your pet? What do you think? What do normally people think? When animals die, what happens to them? They are reborn as humans? All animals? No, people don't think anything about their pets. About animals. Oh,
My mother thought her pet was from a previous life.
previous life, what?
They had a very close connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we assumed that there was a past karma with her dog.
You know, it's possible.
Yeah,
It's possible.
but
You know, sometimes, have you seen those videos? Like normally a lion would kill a deer. Have you seen some, very rarely, have you seen some videos, some lions don't kill the deer? Maybe previous life mother and son. And that connection was there.
I saw a video, I couldn't believe it. There was a shark that pushed a turtle. The turtle had like a fishing net wrapped around its neck, and it pushed it towards a boat. It's on YouTube. I couldn't believe it. She was like, you know,
But now we know
yeah, no, yeah.
there should be something in the background. And did you see that one dog when there was a fish without the water on the ground, one dog was bringing water and put there to the fish. The fish is already dead. But the dog is very sad. How can we find answers without using the Buddha's teachings? So it's like that. So you can see this connection still continues, right? And if you read Jataka stories, you will see this connection again and again. Again and again.
But yeah, I was listening to one of the Dharma talks and they were saying that Buddha teaches that to make good merit is the sila, dana, and bhavana. So bhavana is like what is the best way for this to this I think one of the sutras says that bhavana is the best way to make merit.
Mhm.
Is this the correct understanding?
Yeah, by bhavana, with bhavana you can collect lots of merit compared to dana and sila.
And so bhavana would be like loving kindness.
Yeah, mainly loving kindness meditation. In that, according to that sutta. So this is Tirachana Sutta, okay? So examples. Remember the horse Kantaka who took the Prince Siddhartha Buddha to be on his back? What happens after it? He was reborn as a god Kantaka. So it's from here to here. One day there was a monk, when Buddha was alive, that monk was eating too much. So when people invited for the dana, all the monks went to their houses and then everybody already finished eating, this monk still eating. So the monks were like embarrassed because people think, oh, these greedy monks are there, right? So then they reported that to the Buddha, and then the Buddha asked that monk to meet the Buddha. And the Buddha asked, is it true that you keep eating and even when others are finished and you still want to eat more food? And then the monk answered, oh, blessed one, yes, that is true, but still I am hungry. Then on the spot, Buddha used his psychic powers to recollect the past lives of this monk. Right? So we judge people without thinking about more details or thinking about other facts. We rush to jump to conclusions, right? Or to judge people, judge the situations, but Buddha didn't do like that. Right? Buddha noticed something unusual happening here. Right? So then without like giving any advice or anything to that monk, Buddha used his meditative power to recollect these past lives of this monk, and then spoke. So the first thing Buddha asked was the other monks. Buddha told, "Don't tell anything bad to this monk." Think about these different ways of finding answers. Why Buddha said, in repeated 500 previous lives, this monk was an elephant. You see elephants? They keep eating the whole day. They have to fill this big belly and it never gets filled. Constant hunger. So that thing has followed this monk even to this human life. So when people act in different ways, do you have any idea about their backgrounds? No. So that's the difference. So in that case, in that monk's case, animal life to human life. And then the last sutta, okay, of this chapter. Peta Chuti. What happens when hungry ghosts pass away? Buddha taught when ghosts pass away, many ghosts are reborn again in the same ghost world or a different ghost world. Many ghosts go to a worst world, right? It's worse than the ghost world. They are reborn as animals. Many ghosts are reborn in hell beings. From pain to greater pain, according to their actions. And very few ghosts are reborn as humans. Very few ghosts are reborn as heavenly beings. So this is all about the beings passing away and the destinations, future destinations. Okay. So what are those suttas we learned? Manusa Chuti, Deva Chuti, Tirachana Chuti, Nireya Chuti, Peta Chuti, right? 5. To get some idea.
So if about the animal, I think about saying marriage. It is the correct thing to do that.
With the
We also say marriage to the animal.
animals doesn't help.
So there is no point
No.
as a human to do saying marriage to our pet, to our.
No, they cannot. You mean after they pass away?
No, that first we do a good deed. Like we offer dana to monk. Usually we say marriage to our departed parents, something like that. So that we have a good thought, we think that, oh, I also want we also say marriage to the living being, like to our daughter, to our family.
That's not sharing marriage. That's the implication there is blessing. You can bless somebody. Like I call your Lord Spirit, right? Please rejoice in my merit. Because that becomes a blessing for that person. We can do that with humans, but animals, how can you communicate? How can you tell the animal to rejoice in your good deed? So you can communicate. But when you share merit with humans, you say, I did a good deed today. This is how did it. Please rejoice. So that person can hear, right? The human being can hear, and then happy feelings arise inside his heart. And that way he collects new merits, and that becomes a blessing for him. But with animals, you cannot do that. Because you cannot communicate. They have no idea what you are telling.
I brought my dog to the school park. Will that affect future life something?
You know, there is a possibility because there were some animals, if you read Vimanamattu, very rarely, there were some animals, there was a frog. And that frog, when the Buddha was teaching somebody else, that frog was there, and the frog had a happy mind about this voice of the Buddha. He didn't understand anything, but that happy mind was enough for the frog to get a heavenly rebirth. Yes. But that happens like extremely rarely, right? But it's okay to try.
Yeah.
It's okay to try. You know, yeah. So yeah, I was sharing this sutta from the Buddha's teachings with the kids. So now we can go back to our main sutta.
But I have a question.
Please ask.
But it's not about what just discussed, but about the main, about what about our sutta. Okay. But it's like this.
Before I move on, I should ask the question why. Why this happens, right? And the Buddha's answer, because of not realizing the Four Noble Truths. Okay. Is that what do you think about the answer? That's the perfect answer. Why this happens, going from this world to that world, mostly beings going to miserable places. Why? It's not because realizing the Four Noble Truths. So now our effort is to, because we are not different, right? We are in the same cycle, right? So our effort is to realize the Four Noble Truths, and this sutta, Cetana Karaniya Sutta, is another beautiful sutta that explains about the path, the Noble Eightfold Path in a different style. And so this is one of those Four Noble Truths. This is the fourth truth, the Noble Eightfold Path. The path to end suffering is very clearly explained here. Harry, please ask your question.
Yes, Bante. Sadhu. Um, um, in fact, a while ago, Bante, when we were doing the Vipassana meditation, it came to my mind. I was actually meditating myself while listening to Bante. I'm trying to combine what we learned about sense restraint and what I was listening about Vipassana, right? And how to compare it and how to improve my focus, okay, while meditating. And so, Bante, while I was doing it a while ago, of course, my eyes are closed, and so the visual is out. Okay. Now, of course, if I'm meditating, I can hear voices or sounds. I mean, outside. I can smell. So those are impediments. And so, in order to focus into our meditation, so we mentioned about the mind. And so I thought myself, in order to restrain myself from sensual, then mind is the focus. And of course, Bante mentioned about the mind contact a while ago. So attention. So should I shift my attention to that mind? And that props up my question about attention, because last time we mentioned about attention is important. So my question is this attention will help us to achieve and to restrain from the sensual, so that we can be more focused, and therefore, is this attention part of the mind contact, or is it a volition, and how does it fit into this dependent origination? Thank you, Bante.
Yeah, so during Vipassana meditation, you don't pay attention to different external objects.
Mhm.
For example, even though you are investigating the visual object or sound or smells, tastes, tangibles, and these external objects, you don't go after those external objects during meditation. You just investigate them. But when you develop the wisdom, even in the day-to-day life, that wisdom will work together with you to understand the true nature of the visual objects, sounds, smells, tastes, tangibles, and mind objects. But during meditation, you don't go after different objects. You just work with your mind.
Mhm. And how do we work with our mind? So should we shift our attention to a different object, mind object, or?
No, like it's same like you do the breathing meditation, loving kindness meditation, right? So
Mhm.
you contemplate on the teachings you have already learned.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Bante. Thank you, Bante.
Okay, good. Okay, so just to refresh our memory about this sutta, can everybody read together?
Men first. An ethical person who has fulfilled ethical conduct need not make a wish. may I have no regrets. It's only natural that an ethical person has no regrets. When you have no regrets, you need not make a wish. May I feel joy. It's only natural that joy springs up when you have no regrets. When you feel joy, you need not make a wish. May I experience rapture. It's only natural that rapture arises when you are joyful.
Please continue.
When your mind is full of rapture, you need not make a wish. May my body become tranquil. It's only natural that your body becomes tranquil when your mind is full of rapture. When your body is tranquil, you need not make a wish. May I feel bliss. It's only natural to feel bliss when your body is tranquil. When you feel bliss, you need not make a wish. May my mind be immersed in samadhi. It's only natural for the mind to become immersed in samadhi when you feel bliss. When your mind is immersed in samadhi, you need not make a wish. May I truly know and see.
This is what we learned so far, right? So Buddha taught us about this sequence of Dhamma, right? So according to this sutta, the path starts with virtue, right? The results of virtue is?
No regrets.
And the results of no regrets?
Rapture, tranquility, bliss, samadhi, truly know and see.
So is everything clear up to here? Samadhi, right? So we have already discussed a lot about samadhi, right? The concentration of the mind. So mind is free of sense desires, distracting thoughts, angry thoughts, restlessness, remorse, doubt. So mind is very well focused on a meditation object, wholesome object, right? So and that concentrated mind, unified mind, peaceful mind, calm mind helps the practitioner to see things as they really are. So now we are going to learn what are those things, right? So we go back to this other sutta. What happened? So the Pali word, if you remember Pali word,
Sila,
avipatisara, sila, avipatisara,
pamojja,
piti, right?
no,
Pamojja,
piti,
piti,
passam,
pasadhi, sukha,
sukha,
samadhi,
yatha bhutanya.
yata bhuta jnana, right? So we take Pali here. So Buddha taught this beautiful sutta. Samadhi. See that samadhi word here? Same word here. Samadhi. Here, samadhi. What is that? Samadhim bhikkhave bhavet. Or monks develop samadhi, right? Develop samadhi. That means meditate, right? Then Buddha teaches, samahito bhikkhave bhikkhu yatha bhutam pajanati. Means a mendicant who has immersed truly understands. That means the one who has a concentrated mind truly understands. See that same word here, yatha bhuta? Understands things as they really are. Kincha yatha bhutam pajanati. What do they truly understand? Right? What does the person with the concentrated mind understand? What? So what is the purpose of this concentrated mind? Why do we work so hard? Of course, there are some other benefits of meditation before we come to these advanced benefits. Buddha teaches in different suttas to live happily in this very life. Meditation helps you to live happily. Ditta Dhamma Sukha. Ditta Dhamma Sukha Vihara means to live happily in this life. So your mind is not distracted by these material things, cravings, clinging, or sadness, grief. You can enjoy peace, inner peace when you meditate. So those are other benefits. You can sleep well, sleep peacefully, right? So many different benefits, right? But this is a very advanced benefit of meditation. So Buddha teaches, what is the purpose of this concentrated mind and how is going to help? It helps you to understand things as they really are. If we understand things as they really are, we don't fight with others. Have you had any occasion where Buddha fought with others? No. If we had realized the true nature of this life, we wouldn't fight with others, we wouldn't get angry, we wouldn't suffer with desires. No. We wouldn't feel sad. So why do we feel sad? Why do we suffer with desires, because of desires? Why do we get angry? Why do we misunderstand others? Why do we yell at others? Why? It's because we have not seen things as they really are. Because Buddha didn't do any of those things. Buddha didn't yell at others. Buddha didn't get angry at others. Buddha didn't fight with others. Buddha didn't hate others, right? Not only Buddha, the Arahants also didn't do those things. And Buddha didn't cry for anything. Buddha wasn't sad for anything. Why? Because Buddha saw things as they really are. Now you can understand why this difference for our life. Okay, so that is why it is important to see things as they really are, because we like a peaceful life, right? We like to enjoy true happiness. We like inner peace. Aren't we tired of feeling these negative qualities in our life? Again and again, right? How much suffering we have to bear? How much pain? How much physical pain and mental pain are we carrying every day? It's because of not understanding things as they really are. Okay, so what is the meaning of these things? We have to understand things as they really are. So which things? What is the meaning? Buddha teaches we need to understand Rupasya samudayancha attangamancha. The arising and passing away of this body. Vedanaya samudayancha attangamancha. Arising and passing away of feelings. This is something related to the meditation we were practicing. We were trying to understand the arising and passing away of feelings. So that's why we use that meditation, Vipassana meditation. Okay. So you can get some idea what is discussed here. And then perception. Sanyaya samudayancha attangamancha. Arising and passing away of perceptions. Sankharanan samudayancha attangamancha. Yeah, Sankharana. Arising and passing away of volitions. Vijnanasya samudayancha attangamancha. Arising and passing away of consciousness. Okay, so that means arising and passing away of this life. Buddha describes this life with 5 words. This whole life, our living, our life. Physical body, okay, so that is form. In the suttas this word is used for that, form, right? Another part of this life is feeling, right? Feeling, happy feelings, painful feelings, neutral feelings, right? So feeling. Another part of this life is perception. Perception, right? We perceive things, right? Colors, different people, different places, shapes, styles, we perceive. It's a part of our life. And the next one is volition, right? Volition or thought. Thoughts. When we see things, thoughts arise. Isn't that a part of our life? Right. Based on those thoughts, we do things, we say things, and we think thoughts. Based on those thoughts. And another part of our life is consciousness. That means we cognize things with our eyes, with ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. There is some like if the consciousness is not a part of our life, we are a dead body. Because dead body doesn't have a consciousness. So the dead body, even though the dead body has eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, they don't recognize anything. Eyes are there in the dead body. What is missing? Consciousness is missing. So now you can understand how we are able to recognize visual objects. How we are able to recognize sounds. It's because consciousness is part of our life. So consciousness. So this is how Buddha analyzed this life, right? In 5 different categories. We have a physical body, which is form, and feelings arise. This is the second one. We perceive things, right? We perceive a friend as a friend, enemy as an enemy, black, white, colors, different colors, perception. And we think the thoughts arise about that, what we felt, what we perceived. Volition is a part of our life, consciousness is a part of our life. So basically Buddha teaches the meaning of seeing things as they really are is understanding what they are, how they arise, how they pass away. That's the. So now samadhi means samatha, the concentration of the mind, the calmness, the clarity, the one pointed of the mind, and now comes to the vipassana. You use your concentrated mind to understand the deep aspects of this life. That's called developing wisdom. another word for vipassana. So we will learn about how to understand arising and passing away, not next Saturday, but next Saturday you will learn a different lesson. So we will learn about this in a future Saturday. I don't know when. Okay, sadhu.
Sadhu. Sadhu.
So our main sutta is not yet finished. Okay, this sutta is continuous. Okay, there are more like beautiful things coming, so you have to be patient. Right. So Buddha started this sutta with virtue, and virtue helps for non-regrets. Can you read virtue?
That's joy, rapture, tranquility, bliss, samadhi, truly know and see.
Yeah, motkom. Until Nibbana. Final goal. Is that beautiful? So take more 8 precept days. Practice more 8 precepts. 5 precepts every day. 8 precepts. 5 times a month. Okay, if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask. Anything you want to ask related to this or not related to this?
Okay, given that so few people are
Mm.
and in order for it to be more defeating, we must have
Good karma.
good karma. How much influence ask on your current existence? I ask because there's so many people in the world that they have good karma to get.
Yeah.
That when they get to the suddenly, how much karma influence your current existence, and how much of it is based on the current deeds of what are.
Yeah. So the previous karma that can bring a being to the human world definitely should be based on it's called mundane right view. So that being should have collected merit based on mundane right view. Mundane right view means in one of his past lives of this being, maintain this view that there are results of good and bad actions. Basically, that being has some idea, some belief about karma. Based on that idea, that being practice lots of generosity. That's a big influence. One of the main influences is dana, generosity, practicing giving and sharing. So basically, all of these humans now in the human world have practiced generosity in different levels in their past lives. And if you see somebody very beautiful, gorgeous looking, very rich, famous, powerful, you can think that person has given a lot in his or her past lives. Given houses, food, clothing, vehicles, donated. And one more thing, another powerful thing that influences a being to come to the human world is keeping precepts. So one is dana, right? Giving. Very important. Without this, these beings cannot come to human world. First. Second one, in one or many of the previous lives of this being, these being practiced precepts. That means abstain from killing, abstain from stealing, abstain from sexual misconduct, abstain from lying, abstain from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. So that accumulation of good karma was there, and that became an influence. Precepts. Yes, please ask your question.
So it's not, sorry. My question. So it's not the last.
No. Yes.
Previous life,
Yeah.
like 500.
Yes.
lives was the one that
Yes,
pushed you into the.
absolutely. Yes.
Why would they turn evil all of a sudden?
This life,
Yes.
many reasons. You want to know why?
That was your question.
So it's like there were many reasons how they were able to come,
Right.
right? There are many reasons why they are evil. Okay, be careful when you say they are evil, don't think we are not evil. Sometimes we are evil too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we cannot belittle them. And yeah. So why somebody is evil? Let's say like that. We don't need to say they. Why somebody is evil? Even after they came to this beautiful human world, very rare to be reborn. With a very good, like powerful good karma, they came here, right? Somebody comes here, and why somebody becomes evil? Due to different reasons. One, secret. Huh? That means after one became evil, we are discussing why, right? So
No, but no, yeah. In the previous.
secret.
They were animals.
I have another question. How about personal? Is there any guarantee in the future?
Huh?
Like us now, we study, we try our best. What is the guarantee we will not fall into the lower? Is there any?
Yeah, guarantee. Yeah, we have discussed before a lot about it.
So is this guarantee
Yeah, there is a guarantee. There is a guarantee.
more than 10 years? But more than 10 years. But they only
Don't
say
worry, don't
10.
worry. This Dhamma protects everybody who follows. That's, yeah, that's why we have this Dhamma.
Dhamma Sutta, apa sebab Vigasala Sutta, Dhamma Sutta, that we protected by the Dhamma that is studying stream and Dhamma, stream downstream, and nanti baca Vigasala Sutta, kirim, ya, Vigasala.
Two special reasons why somebody becomes evil.
Not Stevens. The friends with
Can you read?
online
Associating
associating
with
with
friends
friends
with
with
evil
evil
qualities,
qualities,
not
not
having
having
access to Dhamma.
What do you think? What do you think? Agree? Associating with friends of evil qualities, also not having access to the Dhamma. So that is why one can try to become a good friend to another person. Also, one can share these teachings about good actions and bad actions, about karma, about good karma, bad karma. And then somebody who is evil right now can change his or her life tomorrow.
So with number two, would it be more accurate to say if the person or someone chooses not to because everyone, especially now, everyone has access, online to access, but people choose not to.
No, because some people don't know, right? I think some people don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you are right.
Ignorance.
Yeah.
The fact that
It exists.
Actually,
Yeah, so they don't have access anyway. There is a sutta you can read more about this, missing the opportunity. Like missing the opportunity means more potential to become evil. Akkhana sutta. Akkhana sutta.
And evil was a rather harsh word. There's some people not.
Yeah.
There's different levels. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. So let me help people to find this sutta first, okay? You know how to find the Akkhana sutta? Where's the sutta finder? Sutta finder.
Open view, yeah, and citation happen.
This one?
Yes,
Yes.
and then
And
there's,
then
Huh?
go down.
and go down.
Yeah. Why this is repeated? I hear repeated.
That is
The mirror.
Oh, this one? This one?
Yeah, that was.
So this website name is name.readingfaithfully.org, right?
Yes.
So anybody can search, right?
You can.
Name.readingfaithfully.org to find the sutta easily, okay? So we type here Akkhana.
H.
Is it there? Maybe it has a different name.
there was.
Oh no, scroll down, Mate.
Is it there?
8.29. Scroll down.
Where?
Down, Mate. Anggota Nikaya.
Oh. Here. Akkhana. So I'll give you the sutta central number. So it is Numerical Discourses, Anguttara Nikaya, Book of the Eight, Sutta number 8.29. This sutta, reading this sutta, you can learn very important things. Why somebody would become not become good, and why somebody would not get the opportunity to follow this path. There are 8 reasons. Like we only discussed 2, right? So there are 8 in this sutta. Aina had a question.
Something that not having access to Dhamma. So I am thinking about like for the other community, like let's say Catholic community, Muslim community, they learn their belief, they learn their teaching. So can we consider that what they learn from their belief is also considered as a Dhamma for them? That is the meaning in this part?
No, Dhamma means it should go along with the natural law. What is the natural law? Buddha didn't teach anything that doesn't exist in the world. Buddha said even there is the appearance of the Buddha or not, things are like this. Buddha just revealed this is how things happen. So for example, somebody thinks my Dhamma is that if I kill somebody who is against my view, my Dhamma is that I make merit, and that helps me to go to heaven. Somebody can say that is my Dhamma. But Buddha teaches the natural law in this world is that if you kill somebody, no matter what reason, you are losing the path to heaven. So Dhamma always goes in line with the natural law of the world.